Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Creative Burrows Gaming channel. Once again, my name is Isaac, and this is Factorio version 0.17. Today I'll be continuing on. Hopefully I'll be able to get red and green science up and started. As you can see, we have quite a bit of the basic resources needed to get a factory going, started, and in production. So one of the things I'm going to have to focus on is getting my automated mining up and running, because right now these coal burner miners and regular stone furnaces just aren't going to cut it. So while we're doing that, I think I'll get my miners started building so we can place those down on coal as soon as possible, and we'll start placing out the wonderful and quite necessary smelting lines here. And so we're just going to follow a very standard what's the number I'm looking for here? 24 per belt side array of smelters, otherwise known as a 48 stone furnace array. And this will be pretty basic. If you've watched my previous series, you'll have seen me setting up plenty of these in slow-mo. And so while I get this established, I'm going to kick you on over to a little bit of super speed. I hope you enjoy the tunes coming to you today. See you in a few.
Open your mind. The world has been left broken. Open your mind. The world has been left broken. Look around you.
Alright, hello once again, everybody watching. So that was me just running around a bit like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to get everything I could done over here. But kind of happy that I finally got this somewhat situated. And what I'm now going to do is just use my handy dandy fancy new halfway going smelting column here to start building more and more belts for me. Right now I'm just figuring out roughly what this bus is going to look like, just so I can continue it on down. And I think we're going to do something like that. So what I'm going to do is actually blueprint this bus arrangement here and just tidy it up. We'll call this bus spacing. There we are. We'll save that to the ever handy dandy blueprint book right here. And then I'm going to immediately set up a quick belt making scenario right over here. So we're not going to make this horrifically fancy, I think. We'll just have a couple inserters going in for gears, one going in there, one coming in there, and we'll just put one out there. And nope, haven't finished fast inserter, so that's not going to help me at all. So I might actually just put a second box out and another inserter. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And at this point, I can't even make underground belts. Well, that's okay. We will just run all this right into here. And this is a very temporary measure, but all I'm doing is trying to make sure I have plenty of belts. And then we can run this straight down. To our smelting column like that and get this going. Let's see if there's any iron backed up over here. Ooh, and there is plenty. I can actually start making things. So the first thing is going to be power. We are definitely going to need more of that. Then the next thing will be electric miners. We will need more of those. And very soon we'll phase out these coal burners right down here. And yep. There we go, there's all our coal. We'll just plop down some more of these electric miner drills right here. And that looks okay. There we go. So now we should be engaging even more of our furnaces up there. In my iron smelting line. And I will continue on getting this up and going. So once again, welcome back to the music. We'll speed this on up. And you can observe everywhere I kind of falter and fall over my own feet. So, see you once again in a few minutes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what about that ever exciting footage of me laying down just one more smelting line to completion? It's still not complete, gonna need some more miners, but I think I've got enough to work with. And so what we're gonna do is I'm planning on putting down, maybe a fancy dancy radar in a little bit, of course. But definitely I want to get my red and green signs going. And so for that, I'm going to go raid some copper plates, some iron plates, and get that building in the background. But I'm just looking for a place to build it right now. And I think we're going to have a pretty wide open area up here. So I think I'm going to build all my signs off to this left side and all my production to the right. And so with that in mind, I am going to open up this blueprint book. And I don't think we're quite at the point where we need oil, but we are definitely at the point where we can use some red and green signs. And so I'll just plop that down right there. And let's see, we're going to need 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 assemblers, quite a few inserters. But what I can definitely do is use these assemblers here for the green signs that produce my assemblers and belts to actually produce me assemblers and belts. And I'm also going to need a gear wheel production right here. So with that being said, I don't think we're going to have too many issues right here. We will split this iron line properly so we can continue it down in grand old bus style. And we'll bring our copper line right on in too. And definitely what I'm going to need for these inserters are going to be green circuits and iron gear wheels. So like I said, we're going to put production right on over here. And thanks to our handy dandy blueprint book, we should have, there is a green circuit build right there. And that is actually arrayed in the proper manner. So we'll set that on down. We're not going to fill all of it out right now. And then we're going to need a gear wheel build, which I don't have in here. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with not having it for something this simple. I'll just grab something here. Let's see. Alright. So let's put an inlet belt right there. Some gear wheel assemblers right in here, and then the effective inserters right where we need them. So I think I do have plenty of belts for all this. If 700 doesn't do it, then I have severely miscalculated. There we go. This should be able to get us to produce a few more inserters. A few more assemblers, and some labs. And so while we're letting that build, I'm going to take a quick tour back on down. Just make sure everything is going according to plan. That one research building is still researching. Our power is a little tapped at the moment, but it is holding up for just right now. So let's take a look at this. I'm not going to need those assemblers or those labs right away. And I'm probably not going to need that many inserters right away. But I will need power sooner rather than later, unfortunately. Okay, and that should sort our power completely out. Research is still kicking along and researching. Fantastic. So let's get some of those assembly machines built, which I don't have down on my hotbar. That's rather surprising, but also no problem. Just get it built right quick, and we'll keep hustling right along. Right now, I do believe if I save this game, I'm clocking in just over an hour. So yep, right there, I'm at 1 hour and 10 minutes into the game. So this is starting to get maybe a touch stressful. Starting to seriously have doubts about whether I can make this goal or not of launching a rocket within 8 hours. But I do have to remember that Factorio is all about the scaling of production, which means that the more I produce, the more I'll be able to produce, as it were. Yeah, that's close enough, I think, for my gears and my goals. So we'll just plop that down. Oops. Get some inserters there. Running the necessary belts in, run the necessary belts out. And I think we're going to have gears Well, if we're going to only have 3 iron lines, then we are definitely going to have gears come in on the end of the iron line there. And it would probably be helpful if I plug this all into power. But thankfully I already started a power trunk down the bus, because that is arguably much more important than anything else I have on this bus at the moment. So I think we need 1 set of gears coming down, 1 set of gears continuing on up the bus, iron continuing on through, and we're going to need iron to start skipping right there. And then we're currently done with what I had set up for research. So I guess that is as good an indicator as any that I should really speed this up. And so right here, this is going to be gears and iron. There's iron for our gears. And just to get some green circuits under production. In what is undoubtedly a very simple array for green circuits. But in my opinion, simple often works best. It's the variety that most people are familiar with and most people have discovered. And naturally, later on, what's going to be happening is that we will definitely be segmenting off our iron lines, but I'm not going to worry about that until it becomes a, well, quite frankly, a naturally occurring problem. There we go, now we can start getting green circuits underway. And that is some rather unfortunate placement. But with a little bit of work, we can get this right under control. And green circuits for our inserters will be coming in right here. So we can do inserters. And it turns out I need to make inserters to make inserters. So that's always just a bit awkward to say. but it is without a doubt the truth of the matter. And for all intents and purposes, what this has become is kind of a first mall, if you will. As we start getting everything here under production. Alright. So we'll go pick up some excess iron. I think we have plenty of excess copper for what I'm planning on doing here. We have these green circuits over here and these other machines that still need to be set up with inserters. And those we will definitely be getting to. And I think we'll get right on that now, actually. Alright, so I'm going to speed this up to the end of the video and the end of today's build. So just bear with me, kick back, enjoy the music, and I will be with you once again in a few. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first science build completed, with green circuits and gears now on the bus, admittedly in a somewhat diminished and off-kilter, definitely off-balance manner, but they are there, and we have finally started what looks like a relatively normal looking base. So thank you everybody for joining me and watching this episode 2 of my attempt at a There Is No Spoon achievement, without any guides and without any proper pre-planning. To celebrate finally getting this build done today, I think we're going to research right into steel. That will be very important coming up later. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a fantastic day. And I we'll be back next Wednesday.